Okay, today I am going to walk you through a couple different ways to gift package, yes, gift package a football card. This could be a sports card of any sport. My son in particular wanted this football card of Bo Nix. He's a Broncos fan. So what can I do in order to make this a really fun package? Sticking this in an envelope or just shoving it in a bag is going to be very boring. I'm going to show you two different ways that you can use my dividers, which I'll show you, to make a really special giving presentation, if you will. Okay, so the first is the very simple and quick, easy way of disguising a smaller, recognizable shaped gift. Okay, so I designed these gift box dividers called Disguise the Surprise. They're reusable, very sturdy, and the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to show you is the dividers simply slide together like so. This is clear. They also come in white and some colors, but the clear is what we're going to use. All you need are 4 of these. One on top of your item, you assemble outside of your shirt box. It's going to go in a shirt box. You're going to lay your football card down and you're going to put it kind of in the middle. Okay, let me find the closest notch to the top of it and put a width one there. Let me find the closest notch to the bottom. Let me find the closest notch to the right. You're basically creating a rectangle, whatever shape it is, a border around your item. So this, I have the card laying right in the middle. So 4 dividers is all I needed. And to give you an idea, here is my shirt box. I just put some tissue paper to raise it up because this is thin. I'm going to simply place that right there and voila, super easy. It literally, you're going to add some tissue paper. It's going to take you like a minute or 2 minutes to put it in there. Super duper easy. And then a shirt box is the perfect disguise because nobody's going to guess what's in here. Wrap it up however you like, put a ribbon on it, and you're done. When they lift that lid, that makes it all worthwhile. This can also work for anything like recognizable cell phones, AirPods, jewelry for a girl, so many different things. Okay, so that is the one way of using these dividers for your item like a football card. Okay, so the next way, I'm going to take these dividers off, is filling the entire box to make a really personalized, cool gift box presentation. So much better than throwing it all in a bag. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through my steps on how I'm going to do this one. And you just need to know that there is no right or wrong way to do this because your dividers, they have all these notches because you need to play around and find the right layout for the gift items that you're choosing. Okay, so again, he wanted a Broncos Bo Nix card. I end up finding 2 of them. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I assemble outside of my box first because that allows me more space to play around. You pretty much know that the length of the divider is going to be the length of the shirt box and the width of the divider is the width. So you can play around with that. Now, really quick, keep in mind, the shirt boxes that you can purchase from me fit these dividers perfectly in length. If you have a tub of shirt boxes at home, which some people do, but most of them are from your stores, local stores, whether it be Target, Walmart, Hallmark, everything, they tend to be a little shorter. To accommodate more boxes, what I did in designing these, on the one end of the long dividers, there is a hinge here. You can simply fold that in, and that's going to accommodate the slightly shorter shirt box from a store. Okay, so with that being said, make sure all of your long dividers have the same ends of the living hinge on the same side. Otherwise it's going to be a little off kilter. All right. So I'm going to just take my first divider and I'm going to frame it first. I know I'm going to slide it in my first notch on the left and on top. I'm going to just kind of lay my, same as I did last time, I'm going to lay my card in there and I know, okay, the next divider is going to go directly to the next open notch of the card. I'm just going to lift it up, slide it under there. Okay, so now I'm going to go, okay, well, what's the next notch below the card? And I'm going to slide my divider in there. Okay, and you just got to move them around. And then, all right, so then we have that. Now I have several different, all kinds of fun items here. One is this balloon dog, super cute. I know that's going to kind of go down in here. So I have the last notch here. Like I said, I'm going to frame my box. So I'm going to go ahead and slide that one into the dividers here. So what I'm doing is really starting, oopsie, I put it in the wrong one. You need to make sure you line it up. But you just lift it up, and put it back down. Okay. So now I have the sections here. Now I have my second football card. This one comes in a thicker protective case. So I can even put this one on a slight angle. So I'm going to now, it's going to go next to the balloon dog. So I'm just going to slide my next width divider right below my card and the balloon dog. Let me get the cards out of there. So basically what I'm doing is I'm creating the layout outside of the box, okay? So this one will go there, that'll lay flat. And then I have some other items. I got these, the candies. I tried to stick for him with the orange and blue since he's a Broncos fan. You can do anything you want, but when you have something pliable like this, you can bend over the lids and kind of fold them in here. So I know that's gonna go here, and I have some other items, but rather than walking through here, I'm gonna show you the next step and then you'll see all the items. Okay, so this is the layout of my dividers. I have it all done. See that? All right, then I'm going to take the bottom of the shirt box. I'm going to put some tissue paper in. I have some balloons in here. I'm simply going to lay my dividers in the box. So I have the frame. See that? I wish I had a really nice camera coming down one of these days, right? When I get a little bit further, but I don't for now. Anyway, so, all right, so now we're going to start placing our items inside the box. So the balloon dog is a perfect thickness. That's just going to fit right in there. Okay, so this second card that I had that I said had the thicker case, I'm just going to kind of lay it in there, and it's thick enough where it's not going to slide under. This thinner card, if you just like leaned it against it, when somebody's transporting a box, it might slide under, and that's kind of annoying. So what I'm just going to do for this particular one is add a little bit of tissue paper underneath, right in the section, just like that, and tissue paper, and I'm just going to simply lay the card right on top. And I'll lift this up and show you everything afterwards. Okay, so then I have a squishy football, right? Kids, my kid's a teenager. He's going to be 17 years old. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter how old they are, they love these things. So to jazz it up a little bit, I got crinkle paper, right? Which is sometimes used in Easter baskets, but it looks like grass on a football field, right? So I'm going to stick that in the bottom because the football's smaller than the section. So you want something to kind of fill it. I could use tissue paper, but in this case, I really liked the grass around the football, right? Okay, so then I had my candy. If I just lay it in there, it's a little, this is too big. But again, when you have something pliable, like a bag, clothing, etc., just fold it over, right? So I'm going to put that in this bottom section down here. And again, I chose orange because it's in Broncos colors. Okay. So then I have teeny mates sticking with football, right? So again, this one's gonna need something to raise it up a little bit. So I have some more tissue paper. I'm just going to lay on the bottom of it and stick the teeny mates. Again, you can just kind of fold over the edges of the package right in there. All right, so this is what we have so far. You could leave it at that, but see on the sides, these really thin areas, I call them side fillers. I'm going to use some fun things. Every kid loves candy, right? So I'm just going to take some tissue paper, put it in this section is longer than the other two. So I have tissue paper on both these sides. And then I love these bigger Smarties rolls. So I'm just going to lay one there and then one on the left side, okay? And then in these smaller ones, again, you can put anything, but one of the things that I love to put are these individually wrapped lifesavers. I'm literally just gonna drop a few in each of these sections. It's up to you. Gum is a good one. You can put lip balms. You can put, you know, what you want, you don't want to put sticky candy in here. You want to put things that are wrapped, right? So it's not creating a problem. And I would highly recommend not shipping. Like if you have to mail your package, don't put chocolate in there. Okay, so look at this, right? Oh, hold on, I pressed that one. All right, so how fun is that? I used the balloons for the birthday. This is so much nicer than shoving it all in a gift bag or simply sticking the gift card not the gift card, but the football card in an envelope. It just makes such a really nice presentation. And again, my dividers are reusable. So, you know, this was in my house. So I gave my child a present. I just take it all back and I put it, you're going to get a storage box. You put them back in where your gift wrapping paper is, tissue paper, whatever it may be, and then you pull it out next time. Whether it's for disguising the one item, so went through, remember we had our super easy way of disguising one item, or you take it a step further and you fill your entire box. There's so many different ways, and you can use the dividers for any gift giving occasion throughout the year. They come in different lengths. You're going to get 4 of the long, 4 of the width, 3 of what I call a riser. You can actually stick it under shallow things and it's going to lift it up to stop movement. And then you get 1 of a shorter, what I call a buffer strip. You can even cut it into make smaller pieces. So that is your set of dividers. But really quick, I just want to show you, I love this layout, but I want to show you how versatile this box. I want to use almost the same items as this box, except for this one, I had this football card game, okay? So in this particular one, again, I've already kind of done the layout, but I'm going to use the white dividers. Super easy. I'm going to put this football card down in here. I have my candy. Again, I'm just moving things over. I don't use everything in here, but I'm going to show you. We have our balloon dog that's going to go here. I have my football. That's actually going to go in this little bit smaller one up here. And then I have the football card, which is going to go in this one. And again, when you have some more space, just put some tissue paper under it. And I'm going to lay the card there. And then up top in this small little space, I can have my teeny mates again folded over and kind of lean it in there. So take a look at this. I used almost all of the same gifts, except changed it up. So in this one, I only used 1 of the long ones and 2 of the width dividers. So you can see it's just, they're so versatile, and that's the beauty of them. In this one, I took my gifts all the way over to the edge of the box, so I don't have space for those little side fillers. So it purely depends on what you're putting in. I needed the full width of the box for these 2 items, or everything to fit width wise. So I just wanted to show you that is another way of how versatile these are. So again, disguise the surprise in your dividers. This box had the clear, this box had the white. So please reach out if you have any questions. Remember to like and subscribe, please.